Estranged mothers and daughters. Not many people will tell you this, which is why I will. This is also relevant if you have issues with conflict anywhere. Mum, you're a badass. You're tough, you're spunky. You're unintimidated by a lot of things, even though you judge yourself very harshly. It's likely that you're lonely in some kind of ways because people don't challenge you with you, not fight you, meet you. Because people don't like conflict and you're tough. They shy away from things. So you may be very angry, hurting, confused. And daughters may struggle with asking you to do it differently. Not that you should. When there's conflict, it means things don't land for the other person in a way that feels they're invited to connect with you. One of you is telling the other you're wrong. We don't hear that. We want to be led, not told. Our culture doesn't teach us about direct, honest communication, where we speak into what we want rather than not what we don't want. And we rarely look at our part. It's about blame. So we can look at our part. You can look at your part. What is it I may have done to hurt the other person? This is not to blame you. There's two people involved. However, your whole life could be about disconnect and anger, which isn't good for your body, by the way. Stress causes illness. So unnecessarily, there's probably a disconnect here, which can be healed. My name's Poppy. I'm a psychotherapist, coach, psychologist. Follow for more. We get to look at our part if we'd like to heal something. And please, if you resonate, don't send this to your estranged daughter or to your estranged mother. That's not helpful. They can find this video or not find this video. Let's leave it up to what's meant to be. You get to see that there are ways in which you communicate that scares people. And actually, to complement the relationship, you get to understand yourself more. Some things hurt you and you're not sure yet how to have relationships where it's not about them. You don't need to fight everybody. Some people can love you, for no other reason. Daughters usually are heartbroken to be disconnected from their mothers, devastated. However, they don't know another way because you don't flip and listen. So what you can do is come away from this and ask, where might I be intrusive? Where might I not listen? Where might I be forcing my view onto my daughter, who's an independent being on her own? She's not your daughter. You're her guide. So what I would recommend is you could come away from this and be very gentle and very kind towards yourself. Something's happened, you can be reactive. You could be very mindful of, I'd like my relationship back. And if we stop blaming each other and you just look at your part, you're likely to reconnect. And then you can speak it slowly into what's happened there so that you can repair it and this issue doesn't end up in the future happening again, because that's very common. And on that note, please comment in the feed so that we can demystify conflict. A lot of people, the majority of people, are desperately hurting because there's disconnection between us and we're tribal. This isn't about shame. Our culture doesn't teach us how to do this. And you may not have taught your daughter how to do this, and nobody else will have either, which is why she's acting out and cutting you off. We're a real fan of ghosting each other in life because we don't know how to deal with, in a straight way, what's actually going on. So we just withdraw. If this resonates, what I'd recommend as you come away from this 24 hours, consider, please don't text. Texting where emotional issues will never heal something. It will break things more, generally speaking. You could come away for 24 hours, be kind, and ask yourself, where maybe is there something on me that I can do, that you can do, to shift your part? Not to speak about what they're doing wrong and what they said and so on. To take ownership. We are all human. We all do our stuff. Then maybe talk about your part, not theirs. I say this with love. Please follow if you'd like to know more about self-mastery as a practice, not about tips and tricks and hacks. This is really important stuff if we want to be happy and healthy and wealthy and wise. It's also important to say that because I speak into issues like this, I don't have partnership with governing bodies. I work independently. Sometimes, particularly in my field, having, freedom of speech is nothing. And I'm a free person, and I'd like you to be one, which is why I act free. If that doesn't land for some people, that's okay. Send in the